Coach, for me, man, if you don't mind, I just like to take a moment to say this. I've always been an incredible fan of yours. I'm honored every chance I get to talk to you. I've always been incredibly fond of you. I've known Howie Long for years. I love him. Jay Glazer, I love him to death. Michael Strahan's my brother. You know, the rest of the crew there, Terry Bradshaw, everybody else. I love them all. But I will say this to you. When people talk about you, I also love Jerry Jones, believe it or not. I love the man.
Yeah.
I really do. And I'm very fond of him. And I know you do. People bring this up every time, every chance they get to me. Jimmy Johnson is not in the Ring of Honor in Dallas. You've spoken about this in the past, and you take it with a grain of salt and you handle it well. How do you feel about it now? I mean, we're not getting none of us are getting any younger. You did a lot for that organization. You got a great relationship with Jerry Jones. How do you feel about not being in that Ring of Honor?
Well, I'd be honored to be in the Ring of Honor with some of the great people that are there. But really, I've got no control over that. That's Jerry's decision. He's told me half a dozen times he's going to put me in there. And so when and if he decides to put me in there, I'd be honored. I'd be, very happy about it. But I'm not going to sit around here in the Keys and worry about it, day to day. That's his decision.
He's in Canton. How could he not be in the Ring of Honor?
Makes no sense.
Last thing, Jimmy, you and I are going to differ. Not that I should care here. Were you offended big time when Irsay brought Jeff Saturday in there to coach without any experience?
The crazy thing about the NFL, one vote counts, and that's the owner. And these owners can do what the hell they want to do. And just like, I probably didn't deal with that very well when I was in Dallas. But, the only vote that counted there, and the only voice that counted was Jerry, because he owned the team and he wrote the checks. I didn't agree with the move. There's probably 1,000 coaches out there that are more qualified, black and white. But, hey, Jeff Saturday's head coach, and so you deal with it. But I didn't agree with it.
Coach, before I let you get on out of here, I want to get back to this book, Swag. I'm going to put it up there. I know it's got that cowboy blue background, all that stuff, but this is a book about rings, about championship. That's what this book is about. And by the way, with the Fox NFL team, let me not forget the name Kurt Menefee, who's done an outstanding job for many, many years. Don't want to leave him out. But I ask you, what do you want? What are we to expect when we read this book? What are we going to get from Swagger, Coach?
Yeah, Stephen A., I've had, probably 50 coaches come down here to the Keys to ask, how do you build a team? How do you evaluate talent? I've had half a dozen owners. I've had like 10 or 15 general managers. They all want to ask the same thing. And so I talk to them about building a team, what I look for in talent, the intelligence, the gym rat, the passion, the workers, on and on and on. Even people not in football, basketball people, baseball people. So that's one thing we talk about. But on top of that, it's an apology to my family, because I was always trying to outwork the opponent and win a championship. And so I didn't spend any time with my family. And my son, Chad, suffered with alcoholism. And now he's fantastic. He got 2 great rehab centers. And my family relationship with my people are fantastic. But it's an apology to my family that I wasn't there for them when I was trying to win championships.
Appreciate that vulnerability, and glad to see it all come full circle. Yeah. Coach, thank you so much. Honor and a pleasure always to talk to you. This was a lot of fun. And obviously the book Swagger available now anywhere you can buy books where they're sold, of course.
Some good stories in there, Stephen A.
That's right. I'm going to look for it. But damn it, I know it's going to be a lot. See, when they talk about you winning with Swag, okay, when they talk about you winning, Coach, I know that ultimately that has us talking about the Cowboys, all right? I know that. Now, I hope there's a lot more about the Miami Hurricanes. I know you're going to brag about Michael Irvin in this book. Yes. Lord knows I have to deal with him on a weekly basis, him and his wardrobe. Those are 2 different categories, by the way. I got to deal with all of that stuff. But okay, for you, I'll do it, Coach. For you, I'll do it.
Okay. Hey, enjoyed it.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you. And Playmaker's the best. You know that. Coach.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.